Hey guys, and welcome back to another Unfiltered Gamer Kickstarter card game review. Today's game up on the table is a game involving tile placement, and it is called OXO, the Mandala card game by Fesme, or F-E-S-M-E Games. The game is a simple tile placement. You draw 3 cards from a deck of tiles, and then you play 1 tile at a time. Your objective is to try and match the tiles to adjacent tiles 2 spaces apart. And for every adjacent 2 spacing away tile apart you can match, you actually will give your opponent these little bags of gold. Now the story basically is kind of like a journey, like a yogi kind of journey, or a spiritual journey, where you're trying to give away your possessions. And the person who has actually gone through the entire spiritual journey by giving away all of their monies, these little gold thingies here, is going to be the winner. So you're trying to match as many as you possibly can, give away all your gold bags. For each match you give away a bag, and if you run out of bags, you win the game. However, you're able to give away your bags to any other player that you so choose. So if somebody has a lower amount of bags, that's probably the person you're going to give it to. Nevertheless, a very simple yet beautiful game. Let me go ahead and show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is how OXO is set up, or OXO, and it comes in this beautiful little box here, which opens at the top just like that. Very nice, very painted, as well as comes with the little baggie that holds all of these, and a bag that holds all of these little golden bags here, or bags of silver, I should say. And this little deck of cards here has a bunch of different tiles, and all of these tiles have different colors that represent the type of tile they are, and some of these tiles are actually golden. These golden tiles are placed inside the deck as well and shuffled, but if you get them, they have a special ability. Nevertheless, every single player gets 3 cards, and they're not actually shown, but in this example, we're going to show them. But yeah, in general, you have them in your hand hidden, and you're going to play them. This is the starting tile right here, and players will begin by placing these tiles on the board. Anyway, that's how you set it up with a 3-player game. You have 5 bags of gold each. In a 4-player game, you'd have 4 bags of gold each. Okay, let me talk to you about the turn strategy. Alright, so to start your turn, like I said, you're going to get 3 cards. And these cards are going to just basically, little tiles I should say, are going to basically have these little beautiful flower-looking art drawn on them. And you're going to place 1. And when you place 1, it has to be either horizontally or vertically attached. It can't be diagonally attached, so it has to be just like this. And for every piece that is 2 spaces away that shares the same type, like this for instance, if it was looking like this, you would get a point. So in this instance, because this was here and it was 2 spaces away from this one, you would get 1 point. And that point would be then transferred by removing one of your gold bags and giving it to another player. So, like I said, you draw your 3. On your turn, you draw and play. And then at the end of your turn, you draw up to 3 or discard down to 3. Now you're also going to have these different cards here, and there's 3 different tiles here. In the 2 sets, I think it looks like something like this. If you play a certain one, you're going to either make your opponent discard down to 2 cards, discard 2 cards at random, and only have 1 card in their hand until they begin the end of their next turn. Or the other action is where you're going to actually have the ability to draw 3 extra cards and then discard down to 3 at the end of your turn. So it gives you kind of a bonus of drawing, so the 2 extra little actions. And players going to pass to your left and go around in a circle. If you run out of bags, then you are the winner. Let me go ahead and show you how a couple turns are played. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you the first turn of the game. And we'll start with this player over here on the right-hand side, and he can choose any of these 3 colors to place. He'll just go ahead and place this red one. Now, he doesn't know what they have in their hand, so he's just going to place that. And then he's going to check for victory conditions or point conditions. No points are scored here, so he's going to pass. And the next player will take the opportunity to play a card. Just like that, he's played one, and 2 spaces away, that will equate to 1 point, and he can give it to any player he wants. He's just going to give it to this player, because why not, right? Drawing cards at the end of everybody's turn. So he would draw his card at the end of turn. Next player would go ahead and take their turn, and he's going to place one here or here. He can place wherever he wants. He'll place it here. He'll check for his conditions. Nothing will be met. Draw a card. And it would be rinse and repeat kind of thing. How does he want to play this? So if he played this right here, right, this red one, now nothing is 2 spaces away. Now if he were to place it right here, then that would be one point right here, because it would be 2 spaces away. But if he played it here, he would get no points at all. And you can't place it diagonally, like I said. So this would probably be the best play for him. Then he would get to give away one of his things, so he'll give it to the guy with 4. He'll draw his card, rinse and repeat. Now this guy's turn. What is he going to do? He'll place this here. No points are scored. This guy will go. Place another card. No points are scored. This guy's going to go now. He will place this card right here. That gives him 1 more point scored. He passes it to maybe this guy. Draws his card. Oh, look, he just ran into one of these special cards. We'll go into this next special card to see what it does. Alright, so now he gets his turn. He will go ahead and place this red card right here. Now, if you notice, this is 1, 2, so that's 2 points. This is 1, 2. Sorry, that's 1 point, and this is 1, 2. This is another point, so that's 2 points together. Had there been a card right here, he would have gotten 3 points to give away 3 bags, but only 2, so here we go. He gives these 2 over to this guy, and the play passes. So next card, here's one right here. Places it here, 1, 2. That's a point. Gives it to somebody else. You can consider them negative points as well if you'd like. Finally, we'll do our last turn, which is this one right here. Now, there's nothing that matches it, but when you play this card, you go ahead and check the rulebook, and in the rulebook, it tells you, if it matches it, what it is. So up here, right here, it says the player moves another player, choose another player, discard 2 cards. So he will choose a player at random. He'll choose this player here. To discard 2 cards at random, the player will then shuffle his hand, kind of like this, and discard 2 cards to the discard pile. And on his next turn, he can only play this next 1 card. Draw a card, play passes. If at any point, like I said, the person runs out of money bags, he is the winner of the game. And that's the idea how to play OXO, right? Simply discarding your bags by gaining points, and if you have no bags, you win. There's one other little variant I've got to mention that I think is pretty important. You see these, how they're all 3 the same? If you had just these 2 in a space in between, if somebody put this card here, and you had a match of 3, you wouldn't score any points because they'd be one away. However, you'd score a bonus for 3 in a row. Also, if there's 2 cards just like this, and somebody played this, you would get 1, 2, so I'd give you 1 point. Plus, because it's 3 in a row, I'd be another, which would give you 2 points to get rid of 2 bags. Pretty interesting little extra variant rule mechanic. But that is the basis of the game. Like I said, simply remove your bags by placing the tiles, and you win. Let me tell you what I think. So the game OXO by FESME Games is a very interesting and yet beautiful game all in one. It has some great components. These little treasure bags are really nicely painted, and the box itself is a very nice presentation piece. What was interesting about it was I originally thought it just opened from this side, but turns out it opens this way. No big deal. Nice. Storage possibilities are a little less viable compared to games maybe like Walk on Fire, but nevertheless, a still beautiful rendition of a box with a fun little game inside. The game itself has beautiful illustrations representing these little flowers, and the idea of giving your wealth away to progress your state of yoga, your chi or whatever, your spiritual guidance to rid yourself of earthly possessions is fun and a decent theme, right? Now, the idea of the game is cool. The only issue with the game that I really had was the fact that when you're playing, you're always going to give your bags, or generally you're going to give your bags, to the player who has the least amount of bags, because you don't want them to win, right? That's just how it is. And it does equate to some argumentation, but that's kind of the point. Like, why do I give these to you? Because you have the least amount of bags, obviously. And because of that, generally most of the game, the points are going to be fairly stable across all boards. It's generally always going to be, if you have to start off with 5 bags, everybody's going to have 5 bags for most of the time. Now, there are cases in which you're going to win like that, but for the most part when we played, which we still had a lot of fun, but for the most part when we played, we ended up having, roughly 3 to 5 bags at the end of the game. Now, the game also ends when your deck runs out and the last person to empty their hand plays their last card, their last tile, and if that happens, you add up the amount of bags each player has, and the person with the least amount of bags wins. Same kind of concept. But I feel like a lot of the games are going to end up going that long. However, the game is not very long, even if the deck does run out. So you're going to need to play very, very strategically in order to win this game. So it does come with a higher learning curve than other games. But the way to teach the game and understand the game is very, very simple. It took us maybe about 4.5 minutes to learn how to play this game, and we played for about a half an hour or so. Wonderful little game. Love the art, love the presentation, I love the style of the game, and I very much so do enjoy this game. Realize, too, that, like I said, this is a very simple tile placement game. It's probably one of the more simpler ones you're going to play, and it is kind of an abstract style game. But nevertheless, if you enjoy that kind of game, the tile placement, and if you enjoy the beautiful little pictures and the strategy of placing down the tiles to remove your earthly possessions, this is going to be the game for you. Currently on Kickstarter, OXO by FESME Games. Alright guys, thanks for watching another Unfiltered Gamer Kickstarter card game review. If you like this video, go ahead and check out the rest of our videos here on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and comment. Also, if you like OXO, I think it might be an interesting game, you can go ahead and check the description below to find where to find it on Kickstarter. It's currently going on right now. Beautiful little game, wonderful little components, fun all the way around, but yet very simplistic. Right? Also, check out our website, unfilteredgamer.com. We've got blog posts, giveaways, and board game reviews, all that good stuff there, as well as our big Kickstarter list, where you can go ahead and check out all the Kickstarters that are currently going on, at least my favorite personally. And you want to go through the searching process of finding them on Kickstarter itself. Also, don't forget to check out our affiliates, Divitos Gaming, as well as everythingboardgames.com and thegiveawaygeek.com. Wonderful sites that have even more blog posts and giveaways than my own. Alright guys, well once again we thank you for watching this video, and we look forward to seeing you guys next time.